Dragon wing.
Just while they're wandering in, I take the liberty of pushing Pluckers with my foot into the recess between two of the pews.
Interestingly, Pluckers is visibly shaking.
Okay.
Damn, poor big chicken.
Poor big chicken.
So just say to them, fine, the boxes are there, just take whatever you need. I don't want
You
it
say to
anyway.
them.
Yeah,
so
just the boxes. It's just a load of old shit anyway, so...
Before you give them away, Cassius steps forward and I say, and who are you? You weren't invited to this will reading. And I open up my trench coat a little bit and show a little badge of the City Watch of Baldur's Gate and say, I don't think you have any right to be here.
And the woman turns to one side and you can see the bandana on her bicep front on. It looks like a dagger wreathed in flame. And she raises an eyebrow as if that means something.
Sicking, bro.
Do I reckon? Do any of us?
Yeah, do I recognise
You
this?
can all do a history check.
History, I think.
Oh, 6.
6?
It's a 4 for me.
Cassius.
4.
18.
Oscarin got 16.
18 for Jacob. 16 for Oscarin. Jacob and Oscarin, you catch each other's eye, and at once you can see the recognition, and you both know silently that these are certainly the Fire Knives. They're a thieves guild based in Westgate.
Do any of them speak thieves' cant?
And one of the the
Start
woman.
miming, there's no chicken. There's definitely no chicken.
The woman flashes a couple of thieves' cant signals to you that read STFU. And she says,
We represent the interests of Lady Bleth and the Bleth family, and that there's rightly is, particularly that.
and she gestures with a cigar to the chicken.
Okay.
Damn it, she saw me.
Well, since you weren't mentioned in the will, actually, you should go fuck yourself because it belongs to us now.
I put a hand on Cassius's chest and say, those are strong words, friend. Hail and well met. Friends.
Your friend's got the right of it, she says. You don't want to mess with us, kid.
Yeah, but...
Well, let's not be so hasty. You were not in the will, and it would be wrong for you to take these possessions. It would be unjust. Therefore, we will keep them because they are ours by right.
Flicking the cigar, she goes, Tilly, Malcolm, and the half-orc and the lady behind her step forwards.
I say, you don't want to do this. You don't know who I'm friends with.
Who are you friends with?
Does the word guts mean anything to you? And as I say this, my green eyes just turn to red as this blast just emanates from them and hits the male orc in the chest.
Wow. While the male orc is being hit, I scoop up the chicken, pop him in the bag by my side, and just carry on watching.
Nice. Cassius, let's get an attack roll.
14 to hit.
Versus AC?
Yeah.
It's a hit.
Yes.
Perfect. 10 damage.
10 damage. All right.
As this burst of like purple light just emanates from my eyes as it just slams him into the chest.
Nice. The half-orc is lifted off his feet and he's propelled backwards and out through the broken door.
Nice.
Back outside.
Osgarin didn't think it was the right way to go about it.
When Cassius blasted the orc out the door, Jacob was taken aback.
Those three probably wouldn't have responded to much else other than violence.
It made a change from him talking about his wife being stuck in a crystal or whatever. So I think in that sense, she was kind of impressed that he just kind of went with it.
When others were trying to defuse the situation, just wanted to show people what the power of Gratz can really bring to the table. I look down, but the purple eyes are still there, and I turn to the lady and say, again, you don't want to do this.
Tilly has halted mid-step, and the mystery woman puts her hand up in kind of agreement, sort of halt sort of sign, and then she goes,
Well, look, how about we leave you for now, eh? Come on.
and she gestures to the woman Tilly, and they leave.
Okay.
With that, I shake my head, and the eyes go, and I turn back to my companions. And I say, "Sorry, I I don't know what happened. I'm normally not like that. I'm normally pretty cool, pretty calm. It's ever since anyway.
James says, I think you mentioned that your wife had died and you lost your daughter. I do sympathise.
I don't want to talk about it again.
You've already brought it.
Anyway, so what I'm saying is,
you keep bringing it.
so I came home one night and my family were just surrounded by this green arcane light, and my wife then had her throat slit in front of me. Daughter's soul got sucked into a crystal, but I don't want to go into it, any details, but yeah,
There's no need. Absolutely.
I don't want to go on about it.
If I could be so bold,
Yeah, this fella's got it.
Why have you just lumped us into your shit?
That was rash.
Says
Jacob.
Rash is a word to describe it, Jacob.
To be fair, though, I wasn't into it before, but clearly, like, this stuff means something, you know? They were just going to take it, and it's ours, so...
You hear, by the way, this sort of screwing sound, and the golem's already screwing the door back into its hinges. It didn't move throughout the whole encounter and actually looks pretty nonplussed. Seems like a common occurrence.
Yeah. So we have a magical chicken, and now, thanks to the rash actions of our friend, potentially have angered the Fire Knives, who, in case you're wondering, are a organised gang of
Dangerous
thieves
guild. Right,
in this
good.
part of the world.
Sweet.
And that encompasses, official bodyguarding, being at football events.
I look down at
But all the way down to assassination and burglary.
Yeah.
I look down at little Oscarin and say, well, look.
I mean, I'm 6 foot. I'm not little.
You guys are ready, easily making eye contact.
You stand on the pew and look down at Oscar.
I find a step, and then I look down.
When you, reach a certain age, kid, you might then want to write a song about this. As I look down at your lute and be like, write a song about how I blasted an orc through a door, and then, I won't ask for any royalties.
Oh, can we
But
stop?
anyway, let's pick up this
Can we stop
chicken.
getting our fucking dicks out and go and do something about this chicken, honestly?
Dicks, look at your bloody tail, okay? You win this all the time.
Once again, I take the tail and I just pull really hard on his ear with it.
Nice. You hear
yank it
you hear
down.
a hammering as well, and the golem at this point is just hammering at the door. Suddenly, he mishits and hammers his own stony thumb. And it does hurt him, and he kind of lets out this low as he does that. And here's something that's interesting. Pluckers, his wings fall off.
What?
And one wing lands into one of the satchels on one side. The other wing almost does, but kind of topples and actually hits the ground. And as it hits the ground, it just kind of explodes into dust. Almost as soon as it happens, the wings immediately regrow.
Fuck.
Cool.
So I
And the satchel is now heavy one wing.
pull the wing out the satchel that landed in the satchel and just have a look at it. What is it? Is it just like a normal?
It's large.
Yeah.
It's the size of a small rack of ribs.
Jeez.
But also it is hot and it's cooked.
It's a cooked wing.
It's a cooked wing.
Is it seasoned or is it just plain?
It is
plain guy?
as of yet unseasoned, though you see some basic seasonings and herbs in the...
Does it look like it's been a baked wing or a fried wing?
I want to know what...
Yeah,
what
that is a
genre.
really good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is more of a, I'd say, a flame grilled wing.
Okay,
Like
barbecued.
big barbecued, yeah.
Big barbecue grilled wing.
And it smells delicious, simply delicious.
And now I've got it in my hand. I just drop it on the floor like the other one. Does it just disappear?
Disappears.
Wow.
And
did Pluckers
Plucker
look-
seems nonplussed.
Fine. Just fine with it.
Yep.
Wow.
It's fucking weird.
Just kind of cuddling
I
up to you.
hesitantly reach down and grab, hold on to one of Plucker's wings and just give it a little tug. Nothing happens.
They're solid. They're right on there.
That's an attack.
I love
that wing
giving
is
a chicken a
attached.
little tug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever tugged off a chicken before?
I love.
Those wings are the wings are attached. They're not they don't pop off.
They seem attached. They're
And-
not popping off.
I try and just recreate that crazy noise the golem made, just like.
Nothing happens.
I asked the golem to try. Will he?
But almost like a switch, as soon as the golem hit his thumb with the hammer,
Pain.
I try and strike
It was luck.
some...
It was luck.
Oh,
He said
he was unlucky.
He was unlucky, and the wings
was
fell
unlucky.
off, or something, because it said something to do with luck, didn't it?
Yeah.
I pull out a gold piece.
Someone stubbed their toe.
I pull out like a coin, and I flick it and call heads. What does it come up as?
Roll a d20.
17.
17. It comes up heads.
Comes up heads. Awesome, that's pretty lucky. Anything happen?
Nothing happens.
I flip the coin again and call heads. And roll a 7.
Okay, it comes up tails, but nothing happens. Actually, you keep repeating this procedure until essentially you roll a 1.
Right.
You see Osgarin flick the coin up into the air, and as it comes down, it strikes him in the eye. But as that happens, the 2 wings plop off,
Okay.
and they fall into the satchel.
So I
Pick up a wing and eat it.
Yeah.
And what does it taste like?
It tastes like the most lovely, delicious wing you've ever tasted in your life.
And I go, taste it and pass around.
have a bit. It's all right, that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
While
it's
I'm eating
just-
it, I poke Cassius in the eye with my tail, just because it seems like fun, and also I thought it might be bad luck. Does anything happen to the chicken?
Okay, nothing seems to happen to the chicken.
Good. I'm deeply satisfied anyway.
Yeah,
Sorry about that. It's just,
worked out
you know,
well.
it's science.
Osgarin, you keep flicking the coin over and over again until essentially you roll a 20. And the coin comes down, it lands on its side, and as you reach to pick it up, you find another coin tucked into the floorboards.
Yay.
So you actually gain 1 silver.
Nice.
just so
make
you know.
100% profit.
But as you find the silver, the wings pop off the chicken,
Okay.
and they fall into the satchel.
Lucky and unlucky.
Can we just talk about quantity? What, like with chicken wings, is the huge wing just like the one singular wing,
Yes.
or so?
Flapper and drummer.
Yes, I think it's flapper and drummer. Flapper and
Oh,
drummer
good shout.
connected. So this is
Flapper
a
and
whole wing.
drummer.
A whole wing. Yeah.
And what? How large are we talking?
As I said, more like a small rack of ribs. Enormous.
Oh, yeah.
That is a
Huge.
big wing.
It's probably like 5 or 6 regular real life wings, ethically sourced.
Nice.
Together.
like a
massive.
Drumstick, but actually even
Bigger than a drumstick.
Bigger.
2 or 3 drumsticks put together.
My God.
Enormous. And
Nice.
simply delicious. And all of a sudden you're starting to understand perhaps what the business model was
Yeah.
for old Ven Wingman.
Okay.
Then Wingman.
You repeat this, you kind of do odds and ends, you do a few experiments, and you get the wings to pop off again. So there are 6 wings total. You try one more time, and as the wings pop off, the first set of 2 disappear. And you try this a few times, and actually it seems as if there can be only 6 wings.
Only 6 wings.
It can be only
The
6.
thing had 8 wings. The little menu card.
Yeah, it
Is
is.
that just like a stylistic thing? I don't know.
Looks like a stylistic thing.
Okay.
I think 6 wings would look a bit shit, man.
Yeah.
Bit mean.
So we've
How
got.
big?
Okay, so I'm now slightly more interested. I'm going to level with the 3 of you.
Yeah.
Well, in the whole game.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more invested now.
This D&D thing, it's got legs.
I would. I'm not really very happy that Mr. Can't Keep It in His Pants has got us in the bad guys bad books, but
Cassius.
that's a magic chicken. And I do like a good chicken wing. There's a story to be had here somewhere, I think.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
So what do we? So the letter said that he's ours. We've got to look after him. Did they want to go and find the knife guys, or just carry on? I can't remember.
I guess the plea from Ven was to continue his work.
Okay.
But it would probably take more going through the belongings in some detail to do that.
I happily sell some wings to get some gold to help find my daughter.
Doesn't sound like the most exciting career.
Yeah.
Look, I just need some extra gold to then I can pursue my real life goals. You know? Find my daughter, become a teacher, improve my drawing skills.
Is anyone else any less wet than this guy? Come on.
Yeah, I can see your tail getting hard.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
You keep telling yourself that, babe.
I
And I
can see
flick
it.
him on the end of the nose with my tail again. Let's look for these fucking boxes then. Come on, let's find out what we've
that's
got
our
to do.
route.
Okay, the golem starts tapping its wrist, although there's no kind of Indeed, watches haven't really been invented in that way, but for some reason it means
tapping the hourglass.
tapping the hourglass,
Okay,
More hour.
shaking the hourglass like, come on.
You're running out of hours.
You can actually see a couple of other people outside. Some of them look like they've got fresh tears on their faces.
Does anyone know this area well?
Does anyone know where the stall is?
I'm not from around here.
You know, you
Not
pass the
from here
tavern
either.
on the way.
Let's go to the tavern.
What's the tavern called?
The Maiden's Purse.
Oh, lovely.
You know,
Add that to
search through
this.
these boxes, and then we can discuss, you know, the ins and outs of this business.
We should find the stall after we've been.
Yeah.
The stall was in the stall in the
Oh, I
boxes.
see.
It was like,
It's
you know,
collapsed.
stacks and everything.
It's
portable.
You got a
Oh,
sign.
fine.
You
Got
got
you.
the makings of a stand.
Okay.
But you head to the Maiden's Purse. It's single-storied and it has a high ceiling. It's by all accounts a rather poor-looking show of a tavern. Inside there are rows of cots near the hearth to sleep in, no separate bedrooms, and you actually see a few rats scurry about as you enter in. But there's food on offer, and the old halfling tavern keep is welcoming. It's actually kind of rare to see a halfling here. Almost all of the inhabitants you've seen here are human, and those of you who aren't human have been getting some long stares, some lingering glances.
Tell me something new, babe. Tell me something new.
But the halfling pours you this thick sludge-like stout from a wooden jug, and it's very tasty. There are a few commoners dotted about the place, a couple of sailors, this being a coastal town, and all of them look pretty tired, pretty weary. Most of them are drinking alone or in small groups. Hello, it's Ian here, and we hope sincerely that you're enjoying Dragon Wings. In this burgeoning formative stage, we're all about that feedback, so please feel free to hit us up on the tweets at DragonWingsPod, or if you're a hipster, email us on dragonwingspodcast@gmail.com. dragonwingspodcast@gmail.com with your thoughts. Be one of the first. You're sure to get a mention on a future podcast, as we don't have any listeners yet. Also, we would love a cheeky 5-star rating and comment. If you think it's bad though, it will probably get better, so just wait for that in a future episode, then do a 5-star rating and comment. Anyway, back to the adventure.
I say to my companions, friends, I'll get this round. Sorry for the mishap that happened in the building, the will building,
The Will Building.
The
the solicitor's office.
The wielding.
That one
The solicitors
earlier.
shed.
So rounds on me. What would you like?
Some of that glutinous stout, if you don't mind.
Well, no, I'm drinking. Perfect. Yeah.
I like my beer thick and black.
Like
Stout.
nice. As I look at it, okay.
Nice.
Great.
The stout's called Bal's Tongue.
Balls tongue.
South tongue.
Bal's Tongue.
Can you see if Halfling's got a spoon as well?
A tankard of Bal's Tongue for me, please.
4 Bar's tongues, please.
She nods and she happily starts pulling at the pumps, refilling a jug. And she fills up the tankard and she goes, you might as well keep the rest. And she hands over this wooden jug to you.
Well, thank you. And I flip her an extra copper piece.
And she says, kindness, sir. And she tucks the coin away.
Blessings be upon her.
And I lean over, I say, perhaps you can give me some information for another copper piece and tell me about the knives.
And she goes,
The fire knives.
Aye, the fire knives.
Bleth slot.
Pardon?
Bleth.
Use bleth.
Again,
slot.
say again as she spits in my eye.
Bleth slot.
Right. Who is Bleth's lot?
Why, Lord Bleth, the first Lord of Westgate.
Oh, right. Okay. What can you tell me about him?
Avoid him.
And she sets about polishing a couple of tankards.
And why would you say that?
Find them and find out.
She kind of says and winks. She
And
says,
I flip her another coin and say, thank you for your time.
sort of hits her in the face.
Sorry. I'm sorry about that. I thought you were going to catch it.
No, kindness again. Thank you, sir.
And the wings pop off. Plucker, presumably.
Yeah.
In fact, a set of wings do pop off.
Cool.
Is there a noise
Jacob grabs one.
associated with these wings?
What should the noise sound like when this happens?
Yeah.
Dude.
Fine.
It's like a...
Or like a man's voice. Yeah.
Wing ready.
It just pops off.
Okay.
But if you
Yeah.
want, it can sound like.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
That
want.
seems innocuous and it won't cause problems in the future.
Okay.
How much did that round cost me?
5 copper
question.
pieces.
Nice.
Nice, good rate. Nice.
Thank you, my demonically possessed friend, for this delicious beer.
Less of your demon shit chat, please. Some of us are present.
Now you pull up a couple of chairs and you start to go through the belongings in earnest. And I'd say the only extra thing of note you find tucked into a side pocket is a diary. And the diary really only has a series of marked dates. And the dates have scribblings alongside them that mention food markets and festivals over the coming weeks. They're mostly along the Dragon Coast at each city. And there are additional scribblings next to each place which also describe... They look like ingredients. And some of the ingredients have question marks next to them. And the next date is tomorrow, and it's here in Tazir. There's a small farmer's market outside the city walls in the afternoon, and actually looking around the tavern you can see a couple of flyers for it. And next to the date in the diary is a note that reads, cockatrice breath. And it says, after that, in brackets, just expose the rub for 8 seconds.
I look through the luggage and to try and find in the ingredients a cockatrice breath. Is there any ingredients that...
You go through it, you find some simple herbs, spices, the kind of common things that you could find in any shop, and you don't find anything that remotely resembles cockatrice breath, whatever that is. But you review his financial ledger, you find that as well.
Yeah.
And looking at the take, or at least the potential take, there's no coin here, you think you could probably make some coin here.
Okay.
While planning your next move.
So, does anybody know anything about cooking wings? I mean...
No.
I do not.
I cook a mean stew. My wife, she always said my stew was the greatest.
Your wife, man. Let it rest for like 2 minutes.
I'm sorry if I've loved and lived, okay?
Is that an okay?
Is that one?
Sweet expression, bro. Right.
In Baldur's Gate, it was a great expression. They used it all the time.
Well, it sounds like you're the only one that's ever cooked anything, so that's the noise of the cat using its litter tray.
That's fine.
In its little house.
I turn over to the barkeep and say, do you know where in Tazir we can find some cockatrice breath spice?
She says,
Mix.
cockatrice? What's a cockatrice?
She says.
Oh,
to you.
don't you know?
She says, no, I don't.
And I try and explain it to her. Do I know what I want?
Sorry, are you rolling for Inception?
Yeah.
Do I know?
Just imagine an animal with the head of...
Does anyone here know what?
And that's what a cockatrice is. So say it back to me.
I do, but I don't know if Jacob
Cockatrice has
would.
got the head of a
Jacob would.
rooster and the body of a serpent. Come on, you know this, and its breath, probably the same as your eye, is the stuff that comes in and out of its mouth, surely.
That's more or less right. But actually, you, Cassius, you can make a nature check.
Oh, a nature check.
16.
It's like an enormous rooster. It looks like a cross between a lizard, a bat, and a bird. It's about the size of a horse.
Sure. And as I explain
Unexpected.
I
Enormous.
explain all of this to the barkeep, and so have you seen one of these lingering about?
And she goes, no. What, you sketch it?
Yeah.
After having asked the question.
Yeah.
Actually, you're an
napkin.
expert in cockatrices. And she goes,
What, you mean that?
and she points past you, and she points towards one of the flyers for the farmer's market tomorrow. And at the bottom it says, straight from the quivering thumb in Westgate, cockatrice wrangling.
Oh, perfect.
Wrangling.
Yeah. And in smaller letters across it, in like word art, it says, money's be won.
I hope
And
it's
I
the
say,
orange font.
And I say, yeah, exactly that.
Curly rainbow.
Do we have to sign up in advance? Is it a kind of mailing list, or can we just turn up on the day and wrangle some
This
cockatrice?
poor lady didn't know what a cockatree was like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but
I think we just need to
she's
turn up.
advertising the poster in a pub, okay?
It's true.
Yeah, she says, what is a market? She pats you on the cheek and she says, well, I don't run the thing, dear. And she goes back, happily humming and polishing away at the tankards.
I suppose we could sell some wings
Yeah.
and then get some cockatrice breath on some herbs. Is there like a pot of mix of like the rub ingredients? Or,
Yeah, like a standard.
or are there a set of different herbs and spices?
Currently a set of current herbs and spices, but you could put together
A rub, yeah.
a rub.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
A simple rub to increase the
While these guys look at the herbs, I'm just going to go and have a closer look at the poster, make sure there's nothing missed, and I'm just going to take it off the wall and pop it in my pocket, make
Nice.
sure we don't miss.
Okay, surreptitious. Are you trying to do this without arousing?
I don't give a shit who sees me. Actually, I'm not
just
bothered.
rip it?
It's just a poster. Yeah, just rip it
Okay.
off.
If that, an eyebrow raises on this sort of kindly halfling tavern keep, but she just shrugs and returns to her polishing. You ask around as well what the kind of goings are on Intesir, and you're on the Traders Road, and basically if you keep heading east, you'll quickly reach Westgate and the edge of the landmass leading out to the Dragonmere. West are the other cities along the Dragon Coast, and actually you quickly discover that a lot of these people are merchants, and there are a couple of caravans in need of protection heading either way from tomorrow morning and each morning at your leisure. So you think also work is also available. The choice is yours. But it's starting to get late.
Okay.
I, quite frankly, don't want to stay here. I'd like to go to a different tavern. I'm sure I can arrange accommodation for the three of you.
Agreed.
If you're paying, then fine by me.
Let's find more comfortable lodging.
Yeah. I would like to seek out the fanciest tavern in the area.
Nice.
And
How are you doing this? Going out and roaming?
yeah.
Let's have a roam.
Have a roam, and then
When
we're
in
just
Rome?
asking around. Where's a nice place to stay? Big tavern, and I would like to offer my services to perform for the evening
Okay.
in return for free lodging and
That's what
food
you want from a bar.
of a modest or comfortable standard, as long as I perform each night.
And hearing that, the tavern keep says to you,
Oh, we've got a stage. I'd be happy to pay you.
and she points towards, it's sort of like a chair. But it's got this grove worn into it that looks like a lot of people have stood on it.
Yeah.
But a big chair.
Yes, you have a chair, but I do rather prefer having my own four walls around my bedroom, around my bed. So as much as I appreciate your very kind offer, the tavern keep, it is sadly not for me.
She shrugs.
I'm just in the background rolling my eyes absolutely over this.
Do you want a free room or not?
Well, I do, but it doesn't mean I have to like you, does it?
Well, be that as it may.
Nothing making friends.
Yeah, nothing making friends.
Who's holding the chicken, babe?
Who
Who's
hurt
holding
you?
the chicken?
Nothing. Who hurt you?
How are you holding this
Point on this doll, just
Yeah.
in front of me in both my hands
This
now. I've just
Japanese
decided to pick it up.
cat backpack.
I've very quickly realised that if I'm going to be a shit, then I've got to be near the chicken at all times. So she's under one arm.
I know what it's too heavy. Pluckers
She's
is.
in both arms.
That's true. It's true. It's the size of a pig, isn't it? So
It's like the size of a pig.
it's not a,
5'11", babe, muscular.
it's not a portable chicken. Okay, that makes sense.
That's true. Unnecessarily, it can walk.
Fuck off!
Tottering.
But you're just
With the
Stop
chicken in
your
your arms.
shit chat!
holding this like feathery boulder
Yeah.
in your arms, but that's fine. So Osgarin, what are you? Where are you heading? And also, what are the rest of you doing? Are you following Osgarin with this?
Yeah, like
Osgarin.
I don't really
I'll
want to,
accompany
but
him.
actually this seems like an interesting possibility. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm sticking
was not
with it.
Can we, downsize all the useful shit?
Yeah.
Of, all, like the guys, so the diaries, the rubs,
Yeah.
the fine clothes.
Yes, we're not carrying 5
Into
trunks.
so into one, and then I just heave that over my back.
Sure. Well,
And
it's a case each, and they've got wheels.
Oh,
So you're
no
welcome
wheelie
to.
ones.
It's actually
wheelie suitcase.
it's actually no inconvenience to
So
take stuff
we're
with you.
those wankers at the airport with the wheelie suitcases.
Yes.
that
Wait,
just
you mean everyone?
no.
wheelie
You carry your bag
suitcases
like
and
a
an
normal
enchanted
person.
I mean, I completely agree, man. I'm a backpack person, but most people have got wheelie cases.
Yeah, they're all
Cases.
and that's my one for the day.
Whoa! Okay, you
Mark
burned
it.
drop.
Slot burned. You've burnt it. Mark it. You've just said it.
Oh, I'm going to savour mine.
It's a cascade.
Tom Osgarin, you've already done yours.
Have I?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, you did yours
That was
earlier.
before the rule was introduced. I wasn't aware that there was a quota.
It's like an in
That's an
real
interesting
life.
point.
I murdered this guy. Well, I didn't know the law. I didn't know.
I
it was
wasn't aware that there was a quota.
Well, there is.
Everybody gets one. Per long rest.
Everybody gets one.
Per long rest.
Nice. Well, let's go and find.
I am
the
going to
tavern.
be beeping out these cards. And that's not the word, I'm talking about you, see.
cheers for listening. You can tweet us at DragonWingsPod. You can email us dragonwingspodcast@gmail.com. Please leave a comment and rate us if you think it's good. If not, whoa there. Send us your thoughts. We'll fix it. Rate us further down the line. So thanks again, and we will see you next time.